Interview. Music editor Shinnosuke Miyazawa talks going from Hollywood to anime. Shinnosuke Miyazawa is a music editor and score mixer in Hollywood, but his credits include everything from Wall-E The Revolutionary Road to A Man Called Otto to the 2023 Pixar film Elemental. He has also been involved in the world of anime and dubbing American films into Japanese. Miyazawa spoke to Otaku USA about how he helps with cooperation between Japanese and American creatives, how Hollywood is paying more attention to anime and the experience of dubbing Sing into Japanese. Because this is Otaku USA, for most interested in your work with anime, you work her Blue Sky, correct? Sure, I would love to talk about Japanese work too. That's the reason I'm here now, in Japan, to help Japanese content to come out in the world. I do a lot of collaboration work between Japanese composers and anime makers to give ingredients to the Hollywood sound and sometimes to Japanese anime to enhance the experience in the movie theater. And yes, I did work in this movie, Her Blue Sky. How was your work being an anime? At this moment, for this movie, Her Blue Sky, I work as a score mixer and score producer. I think we recorded it in the USA with American musicians. I helped coordinate the recording session in the US and helped the composer to pick the players in the US and help them cooperate together. Did you work for Hollywood before you worked on any anime? Yes, I did. I've been working in Hollywood since 2006. I have quite a long history working in Hollywood. How do you go from Hollywood to anime? A lot of Japanese composers or creators look for new sound all the time. A lot of them like Hollywood sound, but a lot of them don't know because it's a different country and different style. But how to find a particular sound which they are looking for? So usually they reach out to me to discuss how can we get the texture of Hollywood sound, which makes it kind of a newer style of music. That's usually what they're looking for. They're looking for a new palette for their creativity, and they reach out to me to help them. How many people reach out? They have. They still do. The past 20 years, I work with quite a few composers cooperating. They're always curious about how Hollywood works. I guess Hollywood is a movie example. I think they look for epicness at the higher artistry style of a Hollywood movie. They always want to get the knowledge that they use in their creativity. What have you taught them about Hollywood? I tell them about how we do the production and how what the composition process is for Hollywood composers. Because I work with Hollywood composers like Thomas Newman, so we discuss his process or other people's process, how they compose, how they talk to the director, how they pick the musicians, how they mix the music, how they record the music, how they put the music onto the screen, the overall production process of how they do the work. They get the idea for what we discuss and then they put it into practice if it's possible. What are the difference between Hollywood and anime that happen when it comes to music? I think the biggest difference is the budget and time. But there are things you can accomplish without a huge budget. The sound of Hollywood is huge budget. The sound of Hollywood is sometimes orchestration. Orchestration. Sometimes it's how you mix, sometimes it's how you do a little trick and production. You can accomplish a lot of stuff. Sometimes it's not about how you do it so much, but you can do it. It's about how you think about doing it. The different perspective I share with different composers and producers. I give them new ways to do the production and try to put that into the practice. Try for them to experiment making the music in a different way, which makes the music something new and we hope there will be some great reaction to that. The anime people are interested in Hollywood. Are the Hollywood people you work with interested in learning more about anime? I think more and more nowadays. Time has changed. I think anime has been a more and more niche genre before. When I started, but as I progressed, my career I think people are paying more attention. Especially the original content. The IP, the characters, the story, the plot, I think that he has people more interested in animation now than 20 years ago, which is a huge change for me. Besides the music and the budgets now. How do things different on Hollywood and anime? How they approach the music production is quite different. How they treat our sound is quite different too. Anime, it used to be for a younger audience, children, teenagers, so they mix the music slightly to the TV show. How they tell the drama is quite different. The anime, they explain the drama way more than Hollywood movies. I think the way Japanese animation was explaining the story by the music. I think nowadays Hollywood animation is kind of unfollowing that. I see that sometimes in Hollywood animation nowadays, storytelling is quite different in Japanese animation than in American animation. In American live action for sure. How have you been involved with dubbing American movies in Japanese? Oh, you're talking about Sing. Yes, Sing. Sing was a very particular special movie. It was kind of a half musical show with lots of songs sung by famous people like Taylor Swift. They spent like 3 years making the movie and recording a lot of very talented musicians and getting the rights to re-record this famous music, like Frank Sinatra or Taylor Swift, to put in the movie. But they went to Japan to broadcast it. The American production team was very worried that the American movie would be destroyed by doing the Japanese dub version. The director, foreseeing, really wanted to do the Japanese dub version first because he wanted to reach as much of an audience in Japan as possible. He understood the Japanese local content is very strong, which it is. A lot of Japanese people don't really see foreign animation because they have Pokemon, Super Mario, Hayao Miyazaki, that they're showing Hayao Miyazaki's latest movie and everyone is talking about it. And not many people are paying attention to foreign animation. So that the market of Japanese, because local content is very strong. So they wanted to reach out, but the worry is that we will lose some ingredients, the intimacy or the artistry along the way of dubbing. It will have to be sung by all the Japanese singers, all these songs. So they wanted to have someone who understands Japanese productions and American productions and oversee everything. That's the reason why I become music supervisor in the dubbing version. It was a very interesting experience for me. Being between Japanese production and American production and being the bridge to these totally different ways of thinking. What was the experience? I think we did it quite well. Sing was quite a big hit for 6 or 7 weeks in Japan. The dub version, and we got really great feedback from a lot of artists from Japan about how well it was dubbed in Japanese. The team accomplished keeping the feeling of the American version but translated that to the Japanese version.